Hi, Marissa and family. I am Annie Williams or Mrs. Williams, whatever you'd like to call me, whatever you're comfortable with, I'm comfortable with. I am so excited to be your teacher this year and to watch you grow, get to know you, and see that progress you make throughout this school year. A little bit about me. I am a mother of two beautiful girls. We just had our second girl actually a couple weeks ago. They are my joy. I love them very much, and I love spending time with my family. On the teaching side, I'm going into my sixth year of teaching. First 2 years, I taught at Duncan Middle School, where I also coached softball and track and seventh grade science. After Duncan, we bought some land out here in Washington, Oklahoma, and built a house. And I've been teaching here for the past 3 years, middle school science, biology two at the AP level, computer science, study skills, wherever they need me, I am helping. Um, I've loved every minute at Washington, and I'm so grateful, for the connections and the families I've met out here. Let's get into you. Let me share my screen real quick. So just looking at your benchmark, okay, where you're at in your STAR math testing, you can see right here in the blue on your most recent test and your projected, you are on the on watch, excuse me, on the on watch level. So not quite in the intervention level yet, but not at the mastery or at above of that benchmark level to where I want to get you at. So that's what we're going to focus on this week as far as number and operations. That is what we're looking at. It kind of breaks it down into each standard, fractions and decimals, and ratios. Let me go to my case interview. Okay, so I'm going to address your skills, obviously, on the report that I just showed you. I will use vertical alignment to fill those gaps, getting to that eighth grade level. You can see, looking back on that instruction report, we're looking at the sixth grade level right here. My focus this week is to fill those gaps, to get you to that eighth grade level through the vertical alignment. Standards I'll be addressing are listed right here. Let's go on to the weekly plan. So the way I have it set up, and I don't know, your learning style yet, or what works for you, what doesn't, how I'm going to start it off this first week just to get to know you and to what you're at, what you're comfortable with. I'm going to start off with PowerPoints, just introducing those standards to you, covering the daily objectives. I provide extra instructions in these PowerPoints, examples, and resources, so you can always go back and kind of look at what we're going over for the day. I also encourage students to take notes. I am a note taker. Some kiddos aren't, and that again is just me getting to know you, what works for you, what doesn't. But I will have you take notes again, just to kind of be able to look back at your resources and examples of things we are covering throughout this unit. So after the PowerPoint, we'll watch a video, or you will watch a video, just reviewing that daily objective. And this first one we're going to be covering is be able to use number line to determine positive and negative numbers, and identifying opposites on a number line. After you review and go over the PowerPoint, I will have you fill out your own number line in your notebook for a reference. And then after you fill out that number line, you will actually start on your assignment, being able to identify those positive and negative integers, and then identifying opposites on a number line. At the end of the day, you'll have an exit ticket on Google Forms, and then we'll just kind of do a 2-minute takeaway to discuss what concepts we covered for the day. And then I want you to kind of explain to me what you learned, what you're comfortable with, what you still don't understand, those types of things. Okay. Links for the technology, I added a video, or the video that you'll be reviewing for that daily objective on the bottom. Tuesday, we will review that exit ticket to get a better understanding of your comprehension of the daily objective of the day before. Daily objective for Tuesday, compare and order positive rational numbers represented in a various of forms or integers. Being able to use those symbols like greater than, equal to. Um, and then after the exit ticket, we will review and take notes off of PowerPoint. Example questions and videos will be provided. You will work on those identifying rational numbers on a number line after the PowerPoint. After that, you will work on identifying rational numbers as fractions, mixed numbers, and decimals on a number line, and where those will kind of be placed throughout the number line you already have written down. At the end of the lesson or the instruction, you will fill out an ACE, Google Sheets exit ticket. This just gives me a better understanding, of where you're at, where we need to be. And I will pull that up for you real quick to give you an example. Well, I can't pull it up. But how that would work, the ACE is it's in three categories, kind of like a KWL. But you'll have your question that I give you. You will answer it. You will check your work, and then you're gonna evaluate whether you understood it. If you didn't, any questions you may have. Just another form of a exit ticket for us to go over to check that understanding of the daily objective. On Wednesday, it'll actually be our in-person instructional lesson. We'll review that ACE ticket from the day before to understand and see where you're at. And then our daily objective for Wednesday is to develop the skills necessary to identify, compare, and order rational numbers while also being able to put fractions, decimals, and percentages on a number line. So after going over that exit ticket, we will go over a presentation together. Actually, we'll have a slideshow that gives about 10 questions and answers. So it's immediate feedback. It's all covering the daily objective from the day before. Just kind of a review to see where you are at before going on to the next thing. So after we go over that, we'll have a little intro to converting and putting decimals, fractions, and percentages on a number line. And then you'll have 10 minutes to work on converting decimals, fractions, and percentages. And then last 10 minutes of the instructions, we'll go over any questions you may have. And then I like to end the day on some math games for extra practice. We can actually play those together. It's a fun, interactive way, again, to see where you are at and for us to bond over those standards and concepts. Next day, Thursday, we'll do a KWL chart for explaining integers and rational numbers on a number line as expressed as fractions, decimals, and percentages, and how to order them from least to greatest on a number line. Daily objective, determine those equivalences among fractions, decimals, and percents. After we do a short review, we'll go over questions. In that review, you will actually have 5 review questions at the end that we will cover. We will cover to check understanding of those concepts. After we check understanding, I will post, or you will have look at reviews. These are just game reviews covering number lines, rational numbers, converting decimals, fractions, and percentages, and being able to order those from least to greatest on a number line. All just a review of the standards we've been covering throughout the week. The last 2 to 5 minutes, you'll complete your chart of understanding. All right, and then Friday will be to demonstrate the comprehension of or mastery through higher level thinking activities, such as a summative assessment or teaching the teacher. So the summative assessment, it will have, every standard or concept that we've been covering throughout the week, Monday through Thursday. The teach the teacher, the student will participate in 20 minutes of teach a teacher, where the student is displaying retention of concepts and materials you've learned throughout the week. So let's say, Marissa, I say, we have a new student in class. I want you to act like the teacher. And I want you to, teach her as best as you can of everything we have covered throughout the week. And that new student would be playing me. So you would just be teaching me everything you have learned throughout the week as a summative assessment. Just a different way to see if you are comprehending and understanding and demonstrating those concepts that we've been learning. That is our weekly schedule. After Friday, if I, have seen that you haven't mastered or you're not exactly where I want you yet, that is totally okay. We'll just spend a couple of days next week going over that, reassessing and getting you, to where we want you to be. And this will definitely be a learning process for both of us. I will learn your ways of learning, and I will, come up with different ways to teach you, different resources, whatever works best for you. I am here. And parents, just know communication is huge with me. If there's anything you need at all, Marissa or family, please reach out to me and I will be here for you. I am so excited for this year. And I cannot wait to get it going. Thank you guys.